I was on my way to a business meeting with my boss and a major corporation when I saw a woman collapsed on the ground. Hey, what are you doing? There's a sick person here. I can't just leave her. Think about your priorities. The meeting comes first. I can't just ignore someone who's collapsed. Don't come crying to me if you get fired. The next day, after I got fired from the company.
I'm actually glad you got fired. That company, especially the sales department, doesn't have a great reputation.
Wait, could it be that you're... My name is Seiichi Ito, 32 years old. I'm a sales rep for a medical device company. When I was a kid, I was a bit weak physically. So my family doctor really took care of me. I want to help people too. I'll become a doctor and make a difference, just like that doctor did. With that in mind, I studied hard from a young age. But my grades weren't high enough to get me into medical school. After much consideration, I gave up on becoming a doctor. After graduating from a national university, I joined a medical device manufacturer and was assigned to the sales department. Alright, this job is important too, and it's connected to healthcare. I'm going to work so hard. That was 10 years ago. Back then, fresh out of school, I was still full of hope. 10 years later. I've been working in sales the whole time. What's with last month's sales? You only hit 80% of your quota. What happened to the other 20%? I'm sorry, Dr. Hirayama. I asked what happened. Of course you're going to make up for last month and hit 150% of your quota this month, right? But 120% seems... The extra 30% is the late fee. Ugh, here we go again. This is ridiculous. Late fee? What kind of nonsense is that? Our sales department is seriously toxic. Thanks to Ito being in the crosshairs with the director, we don't get yelled at as much. Ito's one of the top salespeople here, though. The sales department was a nightmare. Especially our boss, sales director, Go Hirayama, who is notorious for his power harassment. But in a company where meeting quotas is the ultimate command, no one would stop him. Have I really been working under this boss for 10 years? It feels like the longest 10 years ever. Like it could have been 20 or 30. This place is the kind where half of the new recruits quit within 3 years. If it weren't for my desire to help people through healthcare, I would have quit long ago. A day in the sales department starts rough, all forced to chant the company rules out loud, and if we're even slightly off or too quiet, we have to do it over and over, without mercy. And then comes the next part. What's the motto of our sales department? Orders from the boss are absolute. Once that's over, we can finally start working. We do it every day, and it's like being Pavlov's dog. Now, when I hear the boss ask, "What about orders from the boss?" I instantly reply, "Absolutely." Yeah, same here. After doing it for 10 years, I just answer reflexively. But we're a medical device company. Isn't it strange that they focus more on drilling obedience and company rules into us than product knowledge? This company puts helping people second, even though we're a medical device manufacturer. But I guess it can't be helped since we're a for-profit business. Just when I was about to give up, a turning point came unexpectedly. You should be grateful I picked someone as useless as you. Why would you take someone useless like me to a big business meeting? You're such an idiot, huh? It's not that you're useless in general. Just as a salesperson, I actually count on your product knowledge. Then why are you always so sarcastic? You have all that knowledge and you work hard, but you don't push the products you should be pushing, considering the patients in hospitals. That's why I call you an idiot. Sales is all about forcing the other party to buy stuff they don't need. That's where the challenge lies. Are you okay? Hey, what are you doing? There's a sick person here. I can't just leave her. Think about your priorities. The meeting comes first. I can't just ignore someone who's collapsed. What's the motto of our sales department? What are the boss's orders? They're absolute. No, they are not. What did you just say? There's no absolute. No matter what the boss says, human lives come first. I can't compromise on that, not even for you. I chose this medical device company to help people. You're going to regret this. I'm really stubborn, you know. I'll make sure you regret going against me. And if you get fired, that's not my problem. If this company won't let me help someone who's collapsed, then I'm better off without it. I'm heading to the meeting first. Get there quickly.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
You're awake. Are you okay?
Yes. I used to be a bit weak as a child. I thought I was fine as an adult, but I suddenly got dizzy.
She still seems a bit unwell and worried. I was a sickly child too. I even fainted during a long speech by the principal once. Just to be safe, I'll call an ambulance.
Yes, please.
Did you hit your head when you collapsed?
I don't think so.
This is 911. Is it a fire or a medical emergency? Medical. What's your location? The location is...
You seem to be quite experienced.
Well, kind of. I've helped an elderly person who collapsed before. But I panicked that time and I didn't feel like I did a good job. So I've been doing some mental training just in case something like that happens again.
You're so diligent. That's wonderful.
You might have hit your head, right? It's better not to move too much. The ambulance will be here soon.
Okay.
I was able to contact her family right away. You made sure not to move your head, huh? It really helped that you gave the location so precisely, since there weren't many landmarks. We found you quickly thanks to that. Hurry up! How long are you going to slack off? Are you planning to skip the meeting?
Go ahead. My family is coming, and I'll be fine now.
Got it. If anything comes up, contact me. It looks like I'll be a bit late for the meeting, about 15 minutes. You are already there? I understand. What? You're willing to push the meeting start time by 15 minutes? Thank you so much. I'm heading over right now. Phew, that's a relief. It's good that the representative from the big company was understanding. I need to hurry up. I can't trust someone like you who has no passion for their work. I'll handle this big deal all on my own, secure a major success, and make sure they know how much you've dragged us down. Wait, wasn't the meeting supposed to start 15 minutes later? You're late. Because of you, the meeting didn't go smoothly. Hey, there was a question about our product. Answer it thoroughly. Yes, sir. Did he seriously start the meeting on his own? No matter how badly he wants the credit, that's just reckless. Medical devices are advancing rapidly. Medicine is evolving too, and what's considered standard is always changing. He isn't the type to keep up with studying. That's probably why he brought me along. You don't even have basic common sense as a working adult. You're slacking off. Wow, he's actually scolding me during the meeting. He must be really upset that I contradicted him about the boss's orders are absolute thing. He's trying to embarrass me in front of the big company, but it's going to backfire. You should prioritize a business deal over saving a life. That's what a working adult would do. Let's call off this deal. What? Why did the meeting fail? It's all because of this guy. No, it's because of you. An employee of a medical device company made an outrageous statement that business should be prioritized over human lives. This is your fault. Because you were late, the deal with the big company fell through. What are you going to do about it? But the reason they canceled the deal was because of you, right? I see. He's trying to pin all the blame on me being late so he can avoid taking responsibility. What are you going to do? Because you were late, we lost a crucial deal with a major company. What do you think being a salaryman means? You get paid to sell products, don't you? Before a salaryman, I'm a human being. That's why I can't just ignore someone who's in trouble. A few days later, I was actually fired. An employee who not only showed up late and messed up a big contract, but also argued with his boss. Even if people saw me standing up to him, I never thought it would come to this. Mr. Hirayama has been with the company longer and has a higher position. It's no surprise that he has more influence than I do. This is a company that prioritizes sales above all, and the fact is, he brings in more sales. That's fine, even if I had helped close the big deal by ignoring her. I would have regretted it for the rest of my life. I have no regrets about leaving a company where I couldn't even help a woman in need. The next day,
I couldn't believe it. Firing such an attractive and wonderful man, such a talented employee like you.
the woman I had helped before came to thank me. She had explained the situation to the company and got my home address.
I just realized I haven't introduced myself. My name is Julian Sakaki. Thank you so much for what you did the other day.
She's beautiful. I think this is the first time I've seen someone so beautiful. I didn't notice it before because it was before that important meeting. My boss was there, and she looked pale, but I never realized she was this stunning.
I'm actually glad you got fired. That company, especially the sales department, doesn't have a good reputation.
Is it that well known even elsewhere?
Yes, their sales numbers aren't bad, so in that sense you could call it a good company, but...
What? Are you a president? Julian Sakaki. Could it be that you're the CEO?
Yes.
And of that IT venture, the one that's rapidly growing by applying IT in the medical field? You even have deals with major companies in the US.
I'm half American and Japanese. I was born there and lived there for a while, so I've made a lot of connections.
That's why you have such an international and cool name.
Anyway, I'm currently looking for someone who's knowledgeable about medical devices and trustworthy. When I heard you were fired, I thought it was fate.
But there are plenty of people more knowledgeable than I am.
No, it has to be you. When I first met you, I just knew. It was fate.
With her saying this much, I can't really say no, but I need to make one thing clear. I was a bit weak as a child. I decided to work in this field because I wanted to be like the doctor who helped me. I couldn't become a doctor, but I still hold on to my dream of helping people. So if you're only in this for profit, then I'll have to decline your offer.
I do act for the sake of our company's profits, our shareholders' profits, and our employees' well-being. But I don't think like Mr. Hirayama, who said, "As long as I'm okay, nothing else matters." You see, I was a bit sickly as a child, which is what got me interested in this field. I wanted to help people too.
She said it was fate, and it really might be. How many times in a lifetime do you meet someone with a similar background who shares the same dreams? There are lives where it never happens, not even once. Ms. Sakaki, I'll do my best. I'm looking forward to working with your company.
Yay! Thank you, Seichi.
Wait, what?
This kind of thing is just like a greeting in the West. Totally normal.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, it's completely normal. Nothing weird about it at all. Absolutely nothing weird.
Her face is all red, but I'll just pretend I didn't notice. After joining her company, I earned the trust of those around me. The fact that this company's culture matches my personality has made a big difference. This place is really about making her dream come true. Everyone here is working together towards the common goal of helping others. It's tough, but it's incredibly rewarding. A year later. While on a date, Ms. Sakaki confessed to me.
Triple your salary if you become my husband.
Wait, does that mean...
I want you to become an executive at my company and be my partner in both business and life.
Please let me say it too. Will you be my partner? Will you marry me?
I'm so happy that you asked me, and of course I will.
A few years later, we grew the company together, side by side. I never thought her company would end up acquiring the one I used to work for. Life is unpredictable, and to think that I could personally shift the company's overemphasis on sales. Mr. Hirayama, my former boss, is now one of my subordinates as a company executive. What's our company's motto? Helping people!